Woolloomooloo artist Rosemary Carltrone and her neighbours are trying to get permission from the City of Sydney Council to use land in the Dowling and Burke Street areas of the suburb so that children and teenagers can paint its murals and walls. She says she was inspired to set up the project whilst working in the area last year.
It started with a mural that I was doing with a friend of mine. We noticed that the kids were very interested in it and would come and sit and eat their lunch and just watch us painting on the wall. They were just delightful. These are the same kids that were, spoken of at community meetings as being delinquents and problems and criminals, and when all we saw was children, and very interested, keen, excited children.
The idea has the backing of many residents who have set up an organisation called Greening Woolloomooloo Incorporated, which supports projects in the suburb. The group's convener, Carl Knipe, says the initiative should encourage young people to explore their artistic talents and get more involved in local activities.
This is an education program. It is a pathway for young people to actually discover themselves and to go into a career in commercial art, or simply explore a hobby in a non-destructive and mutually stimulating fashion.
Rosemary Carltrone says she believes the project will also help keep young people out of trouble and stop them breaking the law.
It's a space for the local teens to use safely. It means they don't have to go and steal paint or money to do what they want to do. They also don't have to, trespass or illegally deface walls like private property and stuff and commit a crime in order to make art and to develop a skill.
So what do Woolloomooloo's teenagers think about the idea?
So many young kids, they're scared of art galleries because it's so big places, and it's just great because kids are on the street and everyone can go see it.
Well, art is all around. It's not confined to just galleries. If you can organise it and pull it off, then it's a good idea.
But Carl Knipe from residents group Greening Woolloomooloo Incorporated says not everyone's been so supportive.
The squeaky wheels make most noise and they get most attention for some ridiculous reason, and local bureaucrats and politicians seem completely engaged in attending this small minority of detractors rather than embracing the fact that the rest of the community is quite happy to enjoy the peaceful and creative expression of the young people.
Residents tried to set up a similar project last year but failed to get backing from the City of Sydney Council. But all is not lost, as some in the council are on their side, including Greens councillor Irene Doubtney. She says the council has a poor history of supporting similar street art projects, though she will do what she can to help it get off the ground.
I've already brought it to the appropriate department's attention. They don't have the will to actually allow a lot of these more guerrilla projects to happen. I think if nothing happens, I'll put up a notice of motion and then we'll see exactly where the council stands on it.
Whilst the future of the project remains uncertain, the one thing that is not in doubt, according to artist Rosemary Carltrone, is that if it gets the go-ahead, it will help improve the lives of Woolloomooloo's children and teenagers.
We could give them not only a safe place to express themselves, but it would also be an opening point of communication. It would be a way to set up communication with these kids and actually help some of them. I'm not talking about a miraculous cure for their ills. I'm talking about helping one or two kids, even if it's one or two kids out of 10, it would be worth it, change their direction.